迎收看这一期的《佳片有约》，我是主持人纪晓君。有这样的一位影星，他的名字在夏威夷语里面的意思是山谷吹来的清风。他可以说是一位当红的一线明星，但是他经常也接拍一些小众的电影，有时甚至完全消失在公众的视野中。有人说他是一个演员，而且是一个不可复制的演员。而这一次，他又带着他的导演处女作《太极侠》出现在了公众面前，他就是我们今天的主角基努·里维斯。掌声有请基努·里维斯。来来，这个是。
Hello. Please take a seat. 谢谢。
Now we're in the light, so say hello again to your fans.
Thank you. 谢谢。
Before we start, I've got something for you. Actually, this is from one of your fans sitting down there.
Okay.
It's a gourd, but if you take a look, this is in English. And this is the name. It's a gourd. This is dragon.
Oh, the
and
dragon.
She knows that you were born in the year of the dragon.
That's correct.
That's right. And your fan is right over there.
谢谢。Awesome. I put the dragon here.
That's right.
Okay.
基努·里维斯，他用丰富多彩的银幕形象证明着自己的演技。他的谜样人生和他的电影一样，有着与众不同的吸引力。2012年，他决定亲自执导一部功夫大片《太极侠》，自己在片中出演反派角色，并且全程在中国完成电影拍摄。上个月的7月5号，基努·里维斯的首部导演作品《太极侠》亮相中国的大银幕。
Let the show begin.
今天，佳片有约将为大家放映基努·里维斯2010年出演的电影《亨利的罪行》。电影中，基努·里维斯扮演了一个企图改变自己人生轨迹的男人。
The one I didn't rob. That's your dream. Yeah.
3年之后，以华丽变身导演的基努·里维斯走进《佳片有约》节目现场，为您讲述他纯净如风的电影人生。
That's for Man of Tai Chi.
Yes.
How long have you been working on this project?
Before 2006. Probably 2006.
Even before 2006?
Yeah, maybe 2006.
This is your first production as a director, then why Kung Fu? Why the Chinese theme?
This was really inspired by the lead actor Chen Hu. I met him when I was working on a film called The Matrix in 1997. And he was part of Yuen Wu Ping, who's the action director, very famous action choreographer. He was part of the action team. And so he was training me for preparation for the first Matrix and for the second and third in 2001 and 2. And so we spent a lot of time together. And we struck up a friendship. And Tiger was the inspiration in the sense that he grew up studying traditional Tai Chi, but he's also very modern. He ended up kind of joining this action team. He was a teacher in Philadelphia in the States. He was, action stuntman in China, in America. He led a very modern life, and yet he carries with him this tradition. And so, as we were trying to find a story to work together, I wanted to kind of come, especially since, it was early work for him, something that was close to him, something he could relate to.
Yeah.
And this story was born.
You're the director, but at the same time, you also act as the villain, the bad guy in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, do you find it difficult to balance your different roles, as the director and also as the actor?
I will confess that the first day was very challenging. The first day was challenging because I had no experience of it. And the role of an actor is concerned with your role, with the other performer, with the story.
The interaction.
Yes, and from that perspective. The director, for me at least, is overview, is looking at everything. But after that, I had the experience and I learned from it and was able to enjoy it more as the days went on.
Have you always wanted to be a director?
No, that kind of came later in life, I guess. You know, I've been acting professionally since I was 15, 16. And as the days went on, as in my 40s, I started to kind of have a different view. And I always felt that I wanted to direct when I felt like I had a story to tell.
Right.
It wasn't just like, I want to be a director. It was like,
To be the boss, you know.
yeah, no, it wasn't about like, okay, I got the chair.
That's
You know, Kaiser, ting. You know, it wasn't just like, you know, it was about wanting to tell a story.
基努里维斯1964年9月2日出生于黎巴嫩的贝鲁特，他的童年是在辗转不断的搬家和动荡不安中度过的。少年时期的基努里维斯对上学没有兴趣，而是热衷于冰球和戏剧。在5年内转换了4所中学后，他干脆在高中辍学去演戏了。1985年，21岁的基努里维斯带着仅有的3000美元，开着一辆2手车，向着洛杉矶出发，开始了他的好莱坞寻梦之旅。1986年，他出演了电影《血性小子》，这份在好莱坞的第一份正式工作，为基努里维斯带来了3000美元的酬金，而基努里维斯也为好莱坞带去了一缕清新自然的气息。他融合了西方人的清晰线条和东方人的细腻柔婉，骨子里散发出一股优雅与忧郁。他迅速成为了好莱坞的宠儿，开始在大银幕上演绎各种不同的人生故事。
But if you take a look at the characters you portrayed, you know, in the past decades in all these movies, do you see a bit of yourself, you know, from those characters you're portraying?
You know, I think I would say that there are parts of me. You know, when I approach a role, I always the model I use is that here's the role, and here I am, and here's the story, and together I learn about the character, and through that, in this story, we come together. But also, what came from me could be my humor, could be my thought, could be, you know, my emotional experience. All of these things go into this moment. And so, you know, and it also depends on the role. So some are closer to me.
Some are more you, some are less you.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you some posters of
Okay.
your early productions, early movies. You tell me and tell us which
Okay.
one is more you, which one is less you. Take a look at the posters. That's Matrix.
Yeah. And I have some of the hope that
Right.
that Neo has for, you know, eventually of the trilogy, he ends by saying, you know, he's facing the machine, and the machine says, "What do you want?" And Neo says, "Peace." So I have that in common with him.
That's what you want. Henry's crying?
Henry is not so close,
That's the bad guy.
but I like Henry very much. He's
Right.
funny and he's warm.
And Point Break, we actually had it aired on our channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, on the best Point Break. That was from 1991, right?
Wow, that was a lot of fun. Point Break was fun. That was fun.
And
Private
of course,
Lives.
Speed.
Oh, and Speed. Speed, no. Well, maybe as a young man, you know, like when you want to be the hero.
Yes.
You know, that fantasy, like you want to save the day.
Yeah.
He and I had that in common. Sweet November. Maybe probably the gentle side.
Actually, more familiar to Chinese fans. Speed?
Speed, absolutely. Point Break and Speed, definitely.
Point Break, yeah.
Yeah. It opened up something that I didn't think I would do, which was action films.
You didn't realize it would be...
I didn't know. I mean, I was very physical, but I didn't know that I could, you know, play a cop. It was, you know, it was exciting. It was, you know, the director, Jan de Bont, had a real ambition to create a film with energy, something that had a kind of humor to it, accessibility. It turns out the director, Jan de Bont, was the cinematographer on the first Die Hard.
Right.
So he was the one filming, Bruce Willis in Die Hard. And then he wanted to direct, and Speed was that film. So for me, it was fun. Got to do training, got to play with guns,
And that was a huge success.
Playing SWAT. Yeah, I mean, people liked it.
Did it bring you any say changes in your life? I mean, how was it? How different was it in your life?
It was kind of surreal. I mean, I remember one time I was in Los Angeles on my motorcycle at a stoplight, and this bus came up, and it was like, it was like a big poster for Speed, and I was like, who's that guy? What's going on here? But at the same time, it was very exciting. It was cool. And yeah, it changed. It's one of the films that changed my life.
生死时速当年在全球取得了3.5亿美元的高票房，而且它也是中国观众在大银幕上看到的第一部基努·里维斯影片。不过令所有人惊讶的是，因为生死时速的故事不再吸引自己，基努·里维斯放弃高达1000万美元的片酬，拒绝出演生死时速的续集。接着，他陆续出演了《云中漫步》《连锁反应》《爱上明尼苏达》等影片。他试图与主流商业影片保持距离，而所出演的独立制作影片并不卖座，基努·里维斯的明星光环逐渐暗淡。1997年，为了和奥斯卡影帝阿尔帕西诺合作，他自降片酬拍摄了《魔鬼代言人》。然而，这部影片票房并不理想。
You played me. It was a test, your test. And Colin, knowing he was guilty.
这之后将近1年，基努·里维斯都没有接到任何片约。直到《黑客帝国》找到他。电影中基努·里维斯的黑色修身风衣、墨镜和洒脱流畅的中国功夫，引发了全球影迷的狂热追捧。而最为重要的是，基努·里维斯所扮演的尼奥，超脱于好莱坞英雄群像之外，他的忧郁含蓄赋予了这个角色独特的魅力。
Who's right over my right there.
All right, that's Chen-Hu.
Yeah.
So when you look at yourself in Matrix, good acting?
Yeah.
Cool guy, a charming guy.
Yeah, he's doing his best,
If you take a look at Matrix, I can't believe even it was a production in 1997. You started the production in 1997 and it was released in 1999.
Yeah.
So which part of it attracted you more? I mean, the kung fu part, the stunt part, or the philosophy?
Yeah, the ideas.
The idea.
The ideas most certainly were the first things. I'd never seen these ideas put into a story like this before. I mean, just the idea of the Matrix itself as a model of an alternate reality. To then have a lesson of like how to confront our own reality and question it.
What about its influence on you personally? I mean, if you say Speed was a huge success, then these sequels, they made you huge, right? In your career-wise.
Yeah, sure. I mean, a lot of people reacted to and loved them and continue to, which is really cool.
And you also did the sequels this time?
I did.
The stories were good?
The stories were amazing.
Or maybe you learned a lesson from Speed?
No.
It's not like that.
Mayo, boo, boo, boo. No, it was, they were amazing.
It's more about the stories.
Absolutely.
So it's more about the story. I mean, do you have your own principles of deciding what movies you want to be in?
When I can. When I can afford to, or if I have that opportunity. You hope to be able to do things that you are interested in and that you like,
Then what about one of the movies we just saw in the posters?
Which one?
The Devil's Advocate.
Yes.
What about that movie? And did
What
you
about
like
it?
that one?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
I love that film.
But it was
It's one of my favorite.
one of your favorites, but
Yeah.
it seems it didn't do well in the market.
It didn't?
And that doesn't really, contradict against your decisions, your choices.
Oh, I think it did okay, didn't it? No? I don't know. I thought it did. You know what? You hope that the films do well, but you don't know. You know, being creative and well, you know, I mean, it's you can't know.
And in that movie, in The Devil's Advocate, you worked with,
Al Pacino.
exactly.
Yeah,
How is he? And how would you?
he's cool.
He's cool.
He's an amazing artist. You know, I grew up watching him.
He's also an Academy Award winner. I mean, how do you see these awards? Because sometimes, in some cases, people act for the hope that one day they might win an award, especially the Academy Award, and sometimes other people might act because they love what they're doing. Which one is you?
I think that can be part of the story and part of the hope or ambition or dream. For so many, and me, myself included, Hollywood was that. It's where those movies where I went to, the movies that I grew up on, that was the place they were made. It was cinema, and I wanted to be a part of that. Part of that, my mother used to watch the Academy Awards all the time. And, I kind of believe in some of the glamour of it. But it's definitely not like, I have to win an Academy Award. It's not quite like that.
After this interview, we're going to actually show a movie of yours from 2011.
Okay.
That's Henry's Crime.
Oh.
Tell us more about this movie.
Yeah, sure. It has James Caan in it, who's amazing. The actress Vera Farmiga, who's awesome. It was a first-time director, Malcolm Venville. Second-time director. It's a romantic comedy. It's about a man who wants to change his life by robbing the bank. He was working as a toll booth operator, kind of symbolically in the middle of nowhere. He watches people come and go. He's not in love anymore. So when this opportunity comes, he goes to jail, and then he decides, coming out of jail, through a kind of tutelage, through instruction by James Caan, who's an older prisoner in it, a con man, to rob a bank. There's a theater, and there's a tunnel, and there's an actress, and they're doing a play called The Cherry Orchard.
Yeah.
So the only way that we can dig the tunnel and get into the bank is for me to be an actor in the play.
Well, I mean, it's a very intriguing story, and then once again, it's about the story that attracted you at the time.
Well, that's your dream.
Yeah. 然而，突如其来的爱情会让他的命运发生改变吗？2010年，46岁的基努·里维斯参与了电影《亨利的罪行》的编剧，并亲自出演了主角亨利。是什么原因让他愿意和导演马尔科姆·文维尔合作拍摄此片？
There comes an energy to it.
如今的基努·里维斯，他的电影追求是什么？
And I'd never made a documentary before.
面对各种新闻和争议，他又有何反应？
Oh my God, I
Sometimes
suffer.
positive, sometimes
I
negative.
suffer.
好莱坞著名影星基努·里维斯做客《佳片有约》，跟您分享他纯净如风的电影人生。
We're laymen, we're outsiders, and when we look at the story like this, and we would think, as an established actor like yourself, you would choose more mature directors and producers to work with.
Well, I've done that as well, but this one was a little more independent. There comes an energy to it. Kind of cinema.
It seems you did
Buffalo.
You did quite a few, these what you call the independent films.
I have, yeah.
what was the biggest attraction?
Oh, this is shot on film, by the way, not
Yeah.
digital.
Not-
It's not a video camera.
Right. So what is the biggest attraction of these, independent films?
I look at it like math, or not math. Let's model it. In show business, the more money that you put into a project, the more people have to see it in order to get the money back.
Right.
So that becomes a popular film. In independent film, there's less money in it, so less people have to go,
Less
so
pressure.
you can tell a more independent, less popular story.
Exactly. Once again, it comes back to your personal dream in the career, or personal fulfillment. That's what you wanted, actually, from those independent films.
Yeah, I mean, that's my job, right?
And after that, you also there was the second project that you worked with the same director, Malcolm Vanville. That was a documentary.
Yeah, he wasn't involved with the documentary's called Side by Side.
Yeah?
If you love movies, go see Side by Side. Kind of tells you about the world and sense of the impact of digital cinema and changing from the end of film into digital. You get to hear some great directors and people involved in production.
Is it out of your own personal interest in technology, or in?
Yeah, until movie making. 100 years of cinema in film is no longer going to exist.
We're also talking
It's all
about
digital,
Yeah, and
which is great. It could be great. It could be great. But I just wanted to look at this evolution, revolution. And so it was a personal journey. It was something that I wanted to go look into. And I'd never made a documentary before, so.
The things, everyone is talking about technology, new technology, and new movies, new productions. Well, it seems people are now, we always have that talk, say, it seems people are now ignoring our feelings in the heart.
Yeah, but technology is sold as like, we want to make your life better. Please choose whatever you would like, so you can have, and it can be great, right? I mean, now we can watch stories on the big screen, on a television, on a pad, on a phone, on some glasses,
And 4D, 5D
and then you
even.
could have, 3D,
Right.
2D, sense around, so that's great.
Do you see it
but
as
what
good news?
are we gaining and what are we losing? And
Right.
I think I just want to think about that. We've kind of come to this place where, is it the end of film? Where are we today?
It's exciting because it's a reinvention of a new medium.
对于基努·里维斯来说，在他挚爱的电影世界中，他一直在做各种尝试。虽然将他推向高峰的是《生死时速》《黑客帝国》系列等电影，但是他也毫不掩饰自己对爱情影片的兴趣。生死时速后，1995年他出演了《云中漫步》。这部影片之后，基努·里维斯甚至被誉为恋爱演员。这种痴情男人的角色也成为基努·里维斯最具杀伤力的形象之一。
You've been involved in different genres, say, of movies. You were a kung fu, you also a cop, you were a writer, and you were also in lots of romantic movies.
A couple, yeah, a couple. I mean, I think A Walk in the Clouds is
Yes.
probably one of the more romantic films, and then later probably Something's Gotta Give. I don't know if you're familiar
Sweet
with
November
that.
or
Sweet November.
Lake House.
Lake House. Something's Gotta Give was, Lake House and Sweet November are kind of sad and happy at the same time. They're kind of Tai Chi again.
Exactly.
Something's Gotta Give is more.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
if you take a look at all these romantic movies you were in, they're different from what we might be expecting, in a romantic movie.
Sure.
It's not the kind of a light-hearted ones, you just sit
Yeah.
there and watch and then you go. Maybe you don't remember anything afterwards, but you enjoy that moment. It's a
Yes.
light-hearted one. But your romantic movies was was different.
Yeah, it's kind of why I said yes.
Is it because, once again, as you mentioned earlier, you wanted to have a message hidden in these productions?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not so hidden that you don't get it, but in Lake House is, I don't know, it's something about yearning or longing, and then this fantasy that happens at the end that to me kind of puts the audience into a decision. Are you a romantic or are you cynical in a way? Do you believe in love or that kind of romantic love and then can enjoy that moment in the film, this moment? Or is it just hogwash? I don't know.
To some extent, it's very much like a message hidden in the form of a love story.
Yeah, yeah. And seeking for a place for home. This character has got a difficult relationship with his father. He's a little separated from his brother, and his mother has passed away. And, there's something about wanting to have a connection to home. And, he's an ambitious architect. He needs a new truck. And there was something from this side of it that was supposed to be playful in a way. Someone who is dealing with this alienation, separation, with a lightness to it. Anyway.
And a man was killed right in front of me. He died in my arms. And I thought, it can't end just like that on Valentine's Day. And I thought about all the people who love him waiting at home, who will never see him again. And then I thought, what if there is no one? What if you live your whole life and no one is waiting?
触不到的恋人中，42岁的基努·里维斯演绎了一个深情的男人，他能将男主角的孤独和沉默诠释得恰到好处。也许是因为他和这个角色的经历有着几分相似，在基努·里维斯的明星光环背后，命运不肯眷顾这个眼神纯净的男人。基努·里维斯有一个动荡不安的童年，2个妹妹都患有疾病，他早年间的生活曾经一度就是在片场和妹妹的病床边交替度过。1999年，他的女儿还未出世就夭折，随后不久，女友死于一场车祸。他把对生活的隐忍和深情都倾注在了电影里。1999年到2003年，他完成了《黑客帝国》3部曲，达到了事业的顶峰，但争议也随之而来。电影评论界认为，基努·里维斯在演技方面没有体现本质上的突破，媒体也更多的把焦点放在了他外形的转变上。今年5月，戛纳电影节时，流传出来了基努·里维斯发福的照片，一度引起了网上的热议。这一切的一切，基努·里维斯都能坦然接受吗？
When you were huge and such a huge celebrity, say in Hollywood, because you were quieter, in between Speed and Matrix, maybe it was easier for you. You were still busy, but maybe it was easier for you to manage to have a life, Did you find it okay even after Matrix series?
In what sense? It changed a little bit. It was certainly, it was, I guess I was more known.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it difficult to keep alive at the time?
No, I've always been pretty good at that.
Hiding? Or not caring about that?
Nah, just keeping it simple. Keeping it simple.
But the thing is, we also read reports about Keanu being, living a life of his own. And sometimes, I even remember reading a report about you being in Shanghai. And at the time, I didn't really remember, any project at the time you were promoting. And basically, you were just there.
Oh, yeah.
And the reports were out and saying, hey, Keanu is in China, how exciting it is.
Oh, cool.
So people were just wondering, hey, This is strange. I mean, when we talk about Hollywood celebrities, it seems, they're always protected by the system. When they appear in public, there are certain models to follow.
Yes.
Well, it seems you were just living your own life.
I think all of the actors and actresses and people that we love are leading, they have extraordinary moments and also regular human moments, and part of that, we have such an intimate relationship to the performers we love because we let them in and we enjoy them. And when we see the depictions of their lives sometimes, I guess that's why there's the high and the low of it. There's the glamour and then there's the paparazzi. And so Tai Chi.
Do you read your own stories on the internet, say?
No.
But I mean, remember, we're now living in this digital age, and everything
Yes.
goes online, and everyone is media.
Yes.
What about the the critics articles, and
Oh, yes.
sometimes they comment on your production, your
terrible.
acting.
Oh, it's horrible. It's terrible.
Which means you. I mean, how do you deal with that? All those.
Oh my God, I
sometimes
suffer.
positive, sometimes negative.
I suffer.
Do you really care about what
Oh
they
my
say?
God, it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah.
Right. Are these comments, say, going to influence you, on your future decisions in your career?
Well, no, because they're usually wrong.
I like that part.
Yeah.
All these critics.
Yeah.
And they have a job to do, and that's what they do.
I mean, not everyone can love what you do or understand what you do,
Any, say, frustrations now these days?
Frustrations. In the past, I'm getting, past 5 years, been getting more involved on the producing side of it, development side of stories. So it's more of the business side of it, the business before the opportunity for creation. And that can be difficult sometimes.
In Chinese culture, we have all these different expressions when you reach a certain age, right? When you are 30, then you're supposed to be the one who is independent, who is able to support yourself, who is able to be, say, the pillar of the whole family, according to Confucius' thoughts, right? When you're 40, then that means you've basically solved most parts of your puzzles in your life. You're not puzzled anymore. Well, at the age of 50, then that's...
You relax. You chill out.
Yeah, you're relaxed, but at the same time, it's because you know the meaning of life. That's what we say, according to our culture. Do you think you're not getting that? Reaching that point?
Yeah, but then life, it always
Complicated. What?
gives you that,
A punch?
yeah, it's just like everything's good. Whoa, what the heck was that? What just happened over there?
Full of surprises, you mean?
Yeah,
And sometimes pleasant, sometimes unexpected surprises.
yeah. But, hopefully with the experience that you can take these moments and transform them or deal with them, more successfully, than in our youth.
如今，49岁的基努·里维斯人生经历大悲大喜，一切云淡风轻。身为好莱坞一线明星，基努·里维斯曾一度没有固定住所，常年住宾馆，直到2003年才在洛杉矶有了自己的家。他喜欢骑着自己心爱的摩托车在午夜飙车，他也不介意独自坐在公园的长椅上吃汉堡。他会出钱替剧组成员买12辆摩托车作为礼物，此后好久都笑得特别开心。他还依然会接下小成本制作的影片，会乐意在影片中担任配角。基努·里维斯就是这样，他并不留恋好莱坞的万众仰慕和熠熠星光， 它恰恰就如自己的名字一样，像是一缕清风，随性而为，随遇而安。
I hear that you've also released a collection of poems, Ode to Happiness.
Yes,
Keanu, are you happy?
I am happy, but
There is a but.
there's always a but. I mean, I think, you know, the happy is a big word. You know, but yeah, there are moments of happiness, which is great.
In your poem, Ode to Happiness, and once again, if you talk about the possible message in there,
Yeah.
what is it?
Ode to Happiness is ultimately, my hope and ambition was to communicate something that was like a grown-up children's book. But you've just
Okay.
got life blues, that you could read this poem and you would say, you could look at yourself and laugh.
When you have life blues, let's go see your movie, actually. Now, let's talk about your future plans. And I know you're now busy.
I want to be happy.
You want to be busy. Yeah, that's like everyone's plan. You're now busy with your new project, Man of Tai Chi. What's going to happen after this?
What am I doing? I'm hopefully doing a film in the fall, and then developing a film, hopefully to go next year. There's a couple of films that I hope to be able to do next year.
Right. Lots of projects in your plan.
I'm trying.
Right. Now, and as again, we are coming to the end of this interview. As we're now coming to the end of this show, so would you like to say something to your Chinese fans, if you can, in Chinese, maybe a bit?
Yeah, I wish I had learned more Chinese while I was
Right.
here. But I will just start with Xie Xie. And if you happen to go see Man of Tai Chi, Tai Chi Sha, I hope you enjoy it. I had an amazing time being here and working on the film, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy it.
Thank you then, Keanu. Thank you for coming. And all the best.